Hello, everyone. Today we will be playing Geometry Dash and completing unique levels.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to all of you. We will be playing Gauntlets, where there are quite beautiful and challenging levels.
Joe, what's up with your microphone? Is it as broken as you are? Ha ha ha. By the way, hello to everyone.
What a funny joke, my friend. However, I think if your wife finds out who you were in the sauna with yesterday, she might not appreciate such humor.
I haven't been with anyone. Oh, you scoundrel, dare to joke like that? You know what I'm capable of.
All right, calm down, Obama. Usually I'm the one to mock Joe, but this time you've outdone me. I've already started tackling this level. Soon it'll be your turn.
Close your mouth, gorilla. You're just as big and scary as she is. Who are you trying to belittle? I can humiliate your wife in bed.
Ha ha ha. Did you decide to start this video with dark humor? You better shut your mouth and wait for your turn, fool.
Why the heck have you progressed so far? Weren't you playing terribly in the last video? Is Obama playing for you?
Joe, it's just the beginning of the level. Don't freak out. This level is called Geometry Levels. It combines all the Geometry Dash levels, starting from the first one.
Trump, there were even signs indicating danger ahead. Well, you're such a clueless old man. Now it's my turn, boys. Just don't cry if I pass this level right away.
Blah, blah, blah. Good luck making it past 20%, old stump. By the way, that gorilla moment was actually pretty funny.
If a dumb monkey found it funny, I'm glad to hear that. By the way, can you remind me, wasn't it you, man gorilla, who got mistaken for a female monkey? Ha ha ha.
All right, close your mouths. I want to see what Joe is capable of. Just don't overexert yourself or you might end up going to the toilet right in your fancy chair.
Joe has already reached 40%. Listen, Trump, he might even surpass you. But it's a pity that in the end, I'll achieve 100%.
So what? Ha 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 ha. You fell here too. What were you saying, old stump, about warning signs? How did your eye in the crap not see it?
Just give me a few more tries. Trump, you've been playing for over 2 years. Well, about as long as you've been in office. Obama is in the same situation with you.
Buddy, the fact is we're sitting in our white palaces right now enjoying delicious burgers with girls. You're just envying us.
With girls? I think Michelle might not be too pleased with this news, Obama. Trump, do you have any secrets too?
You know, during my entire presidency, I've definitely done fewer bad things than you. Don't forget that I also have things to share with your wife. Let's keep our manly disputes between us. Let them not reach our wives.
All right, Joe, in the last episode, you didn't get a chance to tell that secret story. Will you share it now?
On a typical day at school, I decided to conduct rounds through the classrooms to see how young Americans were learning. During one of these rounds, I noticed that one student clearly seemed to be skipping a class. Deciding to investigate, I entered the restroom and found a student who appeared to be in a questionable situation. He was sitting in the corner, surrounded by smoke, holding a pack of cigarettes. Without waiting for explanations, I asked what was going on. The student, nervously shaking his head, began to tell the story of how he accidentally ended up in a classmate's bathroom and decided to buy cigarettes. Caught up in the moment, he decided to try his new purchase right there in the school restroom. My expression conveyed disappointment, and I suggested to the student to reconsider his priorities. We discussed the harm of smoking, as well as the inappropriateness of such actions in educational institutions. I emphasized the importance of caring for one's health and making responsible decisions.
Did you go to school restrooms? That's low even for you, old stump.
What's wrong with your voice? It's like you just told some scary story. Nowadays, many teenagers smoke in the bathrooms. It's such a time. What can you do?
Trump, well, now it's your turn to tell a story. Just make it more interesting. Our followers love that.
Once I decided to visit a true professional in the world of Geometry Dash. I heard that this guy was an incredible player and decided to witness his mastery firsthand. To challenge him, I handed over my very expensive keyboard for him to use while attempting the game's most difficult level. Entering his gaming room, I discovered that the professional was already engrossed in completing the toughest level, Bloodbath. His hands moved at an incredible speed and his eyes sparkled with tension. I took a seat next to him thinking it was just a game, but suddenly, something went wrong. As the level became more challenging, the pro erupted in a torrent of profanity. Every time his in-game character failed to overcome an obstacle, he cursed as if his life depended on it. When he finally reached the end point of the level, he struck the keyboard with such fury that it shattered into pieces. It all happened so quickly that I was left with my mouth hanging open, assessing the level of rage and passion that this level had stirred in him. As if nothing had happened, he turned to me and smiled. Trump, it's just part of the game. Sometimes you need to express your emotions, he said, mangling my name in his speech. Shaking my head, I left his gaming space, pondering on the importance of knowing how to control emotions, even in the world of video games.
Haha. Well, you could understand him. I did the same. By the way, I'm already at 70%. After I finish, let's move on to the next level. Fuck.
Well, you might have surpassed us, but you couldn't reach the end, loser. You've been playing for as many years as you've been in office, which means not much.
Don't insult him, or he might get offended and won't share his secret story. You'll share yours, right?
On one of those days when I held my high position, I decided to relax and play Geometry Dash in my office. The challenging level seemed like the perfect way to distract myself from the everyday concerns. Just as I was getting close to completing the level, my secretary burst into the office and asked if I wanted to relax in bed. Her appearance was so unexpected that I lost the level. I decided to be fair and gave her another chance, but warned, "Don't distract me again." However, the next time I found myself in the most tense moment of the level, someone decided to distract me again. In anger, I pressed a random red button, hoping to summon my secretary and kick her out. Instead, I heard an alarming signal and saw a message on the screen about the readiness of the nuclear missile. Panic gripped me. I could lose everything because of a misclick in the game. Quickly realizing my mistake, I called the missile cancellation command. Amid apologies and explanations, I was grateful that I managed to react in time and prevent a catastrophe. After that incident, I decided that perhaps playing Geometry Dash during work might not be the best idea after all.
Nice stories, guys. Only my story was boring. Hopefully now I can tell something worthwhile.
Obama, what if Michelle finds out about your secretary? She still works with you. Heh.
You know, of course not. Come on, old stump, tell us something interesting already.
That evening in the White House was calm, but not for long. Suddenly, a group of masked individuals stormed into the room, each holding their weapons. Their demand was quite unusual, to sign a law releasing all prisoners from prison. My heart started to beat faster when they turned their gaze towards me. Embarrassed but determined, I decided to sit at the table and start the discussion. However, as I approached the table, there was a noise from the roof. In the same second, a team from the FIB descended from the roof, breaking glass and entering the room like a whirlwind. Perhaps it was my best rescue team. All the masked robbers turned out to be unarmed. Their weapons were just paintball guns. "Stop!" shouted the FIB agent, raising his hand. "Everyone on the ground! Hands behind your head!" The group of Avengers was quickly disarmed and brought under control. I felt the tense atmosphere beginning to ease. After a quick investigation, it turned out that these Avengers were activists wishing to draw attention to justice reform issues.
All right, stop everything, or you're starting to get boring again. The story is top-notch. Is it a tie at this level?
It seems like it's a draw. Well, you should understand that I'm not as young as I used to be, so sometimes I don't play well.
Blah, blah, blah. Those are just excuses. Just admit that we're playing at your level.
It was an ordinary school day, and I decided to spend some time with my son by accompanying him on the school bus. We chatted, laughed, and enjoyed this mundane moment. However, at some point, our journey was disrupted by unknown thugs. The thugs stormed into the bus, unaware that among the passengers were parents who had undergone rigorous training in my Special Forces unit. In that moment, my routine trip turned into something more significant. Intervening in the situation, the parents with Special Forces training on the bus efficiently applied quick and effective techniques they had learned in their service. The thugs, expecting an easy target, found themselves in complete uncertainty about who they had encountered. With the strength and coordination of the parents, they not only subdued the thugs, but swiftly eliminated any threat to the other passengers. My pride in the well-trained personnel only intensified at that moment. After the police arrived, the thugs were arrested and the bus was returned under control.
Wow, the bandits really got it good at that moment.
Another story came to my mind. While filming a scene for Mr. Bist, the script called for action-packed sequences, but little did anyone anticipate that a real killer would show up on the set. Suddenly, a mysterious stranger appeared. At first, we thought he was an actor, part of our set design, but when he pulled out a real weapon, the atmosphere on the set changed dramatically. "It's time to end this show," he hissed, fixing his gaze on me. At that moment, everyone on the set realized that something terrifying and unexpected was happening. I found myself in the midst of a script that didn't account for a real threat. Our security and writers were uneasy, but I had to take action. Drawing on my acting experience, I maintained composure and slowly stepped aside, allowing security to take control. Fortunately, our strong team handled the situation, calling the police and apprehending the potential killer.
Wow, I heard about this story. Did you participate in it?
I heard that after this, Mr. Beast significantly increased security. All right, Obama won today. Time to say goodbye.
In the next episode, I will defeat you, Obama. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.